Hey Facebook, hey Facebook. Happy Monday. Welcome to Live at 5 with Shawn. Come on in, come on in. We're going to talk about three things you must do after a financial setback. Well, I said three. I might share with 6 things. Hey, Ashley, hey, Miss Hall, hey, Angelica, hey, come on in, share this out. Sharing is caring. We're going to talk about 3 things you must do after a financial setback. Just give me 1 minute. Nikki, how are you doing? Give me 1 minute and I will share this out in my money control group. How is everybody doing for a Monday? How is everybody doing for a Monday? I am back from Dallas, from FinCon 2017. Hey, Natasha, how are you doing? Let me share this out and be ready to go. I think my voice is still hard. I woke up this morning harsh, but I made it. Thank you for sharing. Let me share this out. And then we're ready to go. Am I the only one that can't see the video? You can't see the video? Can everybody else see the video? I'll be praying for you, Angelica. Yes, I think it's getting to me today. I had to turn on my heat. I'll turn on my heat. I think one more place and then we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Let me share it in one more space and we're ready to go. You got it? Okay, here we go. One more place and then we're ready to go. We're going to talk about 3 things you must do after a financial setback. Lysandra, hey, how are you doing? The Biz Tax Lady, you was preaching and teaching today. I caught it today at lunch. And so you was preaching and teaching because I was sharing with the wealth stylist over the weekend that I'm on a financial detox for purchasing any more courses. Right, until I implement the ones that I have. So, Lasagna, you was talking to me. You need a turtleneck like mine's, Angelica. I got plenty of turtlenecks. One thing I will pay for is heat. I do not like to be cold. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Just thank you for welcome to Live at 5 with Shawn. For those who are saying, who are Shawn? I am a personal financial coach who give you ways to improve your money management skills in a way that you can get that debt monkey off your back so you can begin to live the life that you always dreamed of. I'm a firm believer that debt was never meant to be your lifetime partner. And I am a Romans 13:8 girl. So that means that the only obligation for me is to love. I shouldn't have to owe anybody. So we're going to talk about 3 things you must do. 3 things you must do after a financial setback. And so, some of you guys know my story. Y'all may not know my story. I did everything. I owed everybody and their mother, right? Prior to purchasing my house in 2003. And so after I purchased my house in 2003, I was doing good. And what? I went back to my old behaviors and I started racking up credit. I was reckless with credit. They gave it to me. I used it. And then it was until 2008, I opened up my first business, was a brick and mortar beauty and hair supply store. Then my mother took sick or she became ill. And then she passed away in 2008. Then, everything went haywire in 2008, 2009 with the financial, crisis. And so I began on this debt-free journey since 2009, right? And so I can tell you a little bit, some things about what you must do after a financial setback, right? So I'm going to share this with you. I said 3, but I think I'm going to give you 6, right? Lasagna, you said you'll pay premium for heat. Yes. I think my heat's on 80. When I came from Dallas, Texas, this house was like ice cold, and I turned on that heat. And so here's my thing from FinCon. It was awesome. Yes, Lord, that credit was used for catch up, which it did catch up with me. It catch up with me so bad I had a repossession. They repossessed my car. I thought my ex-boyfriend stole it, but no, they repossessed it. And I was only paying just a little bit, but hey, I kept getting farther and farther behind. So they repossessed my car. So my SUV, and I had to pay $6,000 back on a vehicle I did not have, right? And so we're going to talk about 3 things, or maybe 6 things you must do after a financial setback. I got a lot of experience about those setbacks. We say sometimes right, ouch, Nikki, right. And so sometimes we say, oh, when you have a setback, it's like for a better and bigger comeback. But that's not necessary, for everybody. Everybody don't rock the same. Everybody's mindset is not the same. Everybody's culture is not the same. So when we say, oh, your setback is for a greater comeback, it might not be. Dang, that sucked. Yes, ouch, it was. Man, I'm telling you, I've been through it, so I can share some of these things with you guys. So the first thing that you must do after a financial setback is, number one, give yourself some financial grace. Financial grace is needed. We talk about we have to change our mindset, but we have to give ourselves some financial grace. I had to come to the terms as, hey, Robin, how are you doing? I had to come to the terms like, I messed up my money. I ran through. After I went through, I was asking God for a financial breakthrough. I was asking all these things, but I had to come to the terms and give myself some financial grace and say, I messed up. Right? I messed up. I'm just going to say, I messed up. We have to give ourselves some financial grace, because if we don't forgive ourselves for the past financial mistake, we will not move forward. We'll stay stuck. So you have to come to the terms and say, I forgive myself. Maybe I went through my money. Maybe I made some bad money management choices. Maybe I was doing XYZ with my money, and I should have been a better steward of our money. But you have to give yourself some financial grace. If not, you're going to stay stuck. You're not going to go to the left or the right. You're just going to stay in one place. You're going to be that hamster in the wheel, just going nowhere, nowhere. So that's the first thing you have to learn, is give yourself a financial grace. Forgive yourself. Yes, I had to forgive myself. Like, yes, I went through my money. Yes, now they got to, I have a repo. Now I got to pay this money back. Now I got to, do X, Y, Z. But I had to learn to forgive myself and say, what, where I'm at now, it's not where I'm always going to be. Who could tell me from 2009 to 2017 where I'll be at now? I have an emergency fund. I have a savings fund. I have a sinking fund. I have a bill fund. I have a, treat yourself, Shawn fund. I have all these funds, but who could have told me in 2009 when I was just barely living paycheck to paycheck, I was just keeping enough to keep the light bill on. Winter time when you have that $300 gas and electric bill, and they say, hey, you only got to pay $150 to keep it on. I was just barely making the $150 to keep the lights on. So I had to learn how to forgive myself and say, what, I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Number 2 is you have to go back and find your money. We're talking about 6 ways, 6 things that you must do after a financial setback. Number 2 is go back and find your money. You have to go back and find your money. What do I mean that? Pull those old bank statements. Look where your money went to. I looked at my old bank statement. I seen Wendy's, Riverfront, Frisch's, Wendy's, Riverfront. I mean, go back and look. Thank you, Angelica. Look at your past bank statement and look where your money went to. I'm telling you, that's why I have my clients do. It's like, look at your behavior, and you can see those little $5 swipes at Wendy's adds up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That adds up. In the course of the month, I was spending $300 and my card note was $300, and you're wondering where your money went. So pull your past bank statement. Number 2, look at your receipts. Receipts do not lie, you guys. And women, we have in about our purse, we have receipts. You look at your receipts. Receipts do not lie, right? And so I had to go back and find my money. My money went to Wendy's. My money went to McDonald's. My money went to Riverfront. My money went to Penn Station. Everybody know I love Penn Station, but I had to go back and find my money. And then I looked at the bottom of my purse and I seen all these receipts. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was, FinCon this past week and weekend, and I got receipts to tell me where my money went. And if you was following me on Facebook, I paid $6.49 for a Twinkie and a Mountain Dew. So look at those old receipts. And number 3 is to look in your closet. You want to, you had to go find your money. Look where your money is. It's in the closet. Those, you think that, Walmart always have those dollar sales, and I love Walmart, right? But I looked in my closet. I had so many items with $1 because they was $1. But I think I had like 30 items that was $1. That's $30. But half of them I couldn't fit. By the time I found them in my closet, I can't fit them. Some of them says a size 8. I'm a size 12 now. So that's like, what, $30 is already gone out the door. Maybe I might keep them for motivation, right? Maybe my 2018. But I'm buying things just because it's on sale. We talk about that. Sales do come back around. And that every sale doesn't have your money and your name on it. So number 2, go back and find your money. And then number 3 is learn from your past mistakes. Learn from your past mistakes. We have to learn from our past mistake. What did I learn? I learned that I cannot borrow money. I cannot let my friends borrow money from me anymore. Because I always like, hey, can I borrow $5 or can I borrow $60? I was just letting them learn money, but I learned from my mistake. It says, you know what? Why are they borrowing money from me? Because they went through all their money. Now that I'm giving them my money, now I don't have any money. So you have to learn from your past mistakes. Hey, Miss Rollins. So you have to learn how from your past mistake. Quit loaning money out that you need for your household. Quit loaning money out. I don't care, from your friends, your families, even your kids. If you got some adult kids and they're able to work, you're going to have to give them some tough love. And you guys, I have a millennial. I have a 26-year-old. And so, he never asked me for any money, but I always wanted to give him. I had to realize, like, he's grown. He's at an age where mama's not going to always bail him out, or even just, even though he didn't ask, I felt like as a mother that I should have give it to him. But I had to learn like that. Like, he's grown. He has to stand on his own 2 feet, because if you're giving, who's giving back to you? You said, let me hold something ready for the boat, L. You crazy, Michael. And you already got 2 copies of my book anyway. And so we have to learn from my past mistake. Quit loaning money out that you need to keep your house afloat. Sometimes we try to play God. No, you're not God. Let God handle them. He said in his word that he will supply their needs. Quit giving money or loaning money out to your friends when you need to keep your house afloat. I was guilty of that. Even if they didn't ask, I felt like, oh, maybe they called me for a reason, and maybe I had to really pray and say, God, give me discernment when to give and when not to give. Because if somebody called me and says, well, I don't know if I, can keep my gas on, I felt like that was God telling me, hey, I need to help them. But no, it wasn't. It was Shawn telling Shawn that I need to help them. But learn from your past mistakes. Number 4, put a goal plan together. Now that you're coming back from after your financial setback, now it's time to put a plan together. Put a plan together where you are now and where you want to be, and then work back from the end in mind. As Janica said, exactly, people do not always pay you back. I'm talking of, yes, people don't always pay you back. And sometimes they know it. They know that they owe you. And here you sitting here with an attitude because you see on their Facebook timeline, they done went to the boat. They done went shopping. They went to the movie. They done went to see Uncle Charlie at the Jazz Festival and all these concerts. And they know they still owe you $50. And so now you feeling some kind of way. And now the relationship is going to be broken because they know they owe you money. But number 4, put a plan together. Start with the end in mind, where you are now and where you want to be, and work backwards. After a financial setback, they say it's better for you for a great comeback. Then you need to have a plan in place. You have to make sure that you sit down and you put pen to paper and really go over the things that you desire in life. I always talk about getting this debt monkey off your back. Well, you can't do the things that you want in life if you steady got that debt monkey on your back. What is a debt monkey? If you owe anybody at its debt, there's no such thing as good debt or bad debt. People say there's good debt and bad debt. No, if you owe somebody, it's debt is debt. But the things that you want to do, you might have those debt monkeys on your back. Maybe that you got that car note. Maybe you got those student loans. Maybe you got some maxed out credit cards. Maybe you got some medical bills. And that's when you need to put a game plan in place or a goal plan in place so you can work backwards so you can get those debt monkeys off your back. And so number 5 is attach a dollar amount to it. So once you get that game plan in place or that goal plan in place and say, okay, I'm going to put a dollar amount to it, right? I'm going to put a dollar amount to it. So if you got a goal to, purchase your house, right? Okay, so you're looking at a dollar amount. What type of house or what type of environment you want to live in, you might put a dollar amount to it. Like, hey, maybe I want a $200,000. Them student loans them student loans is bad. And that's the last of my debt. And I'm knocking them out. Man, I'm knocking them out left and right because I already know where I'm trying to go, and I don't want that debt monkey on my back. My debt monkey student loan and my mortgage is hitting face to face. But I had to learn, like, hey, with all these steps, number 1, I had to make sure that I gave myself some financial grace. Number 2, I had to go back and find my money, right? And number 3, I had to go back and learn from my past financial mistakes. Things they already know. Don't call me. I'm not gonna give you no money. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed until God tell me this is who He wants me to bless. And number 4, I got a goal plan or a game plan in mind that how I'm going to pay off all this by 2018, right? Because I already know number 5, I attached a dollar amount. I know I need this amount of money to make sure that my goals are reached. And number 6 is the last one. Guys, I always tell you, I don't have to be long to give it to you strong. And number 6 is then I put a budget in place. I'm budgeting like my life depended on it, because a budget supports your vision, dreams, and goals, right? A lot of people say, hey, budgeting is crazy. No, a budget allows you to spend without spending your light bill. It also gives you complete control of your money. You're telling your money where to go, not your money telling you where to go. And then your budget also determines what and how much debt that you can afford to pay on each month. And so when I say, I'm going to pay the extra $500 besides the monthly payment on a student loan, because I have a realistic budget. Every dollar has its assignment, and I'm knocking out these student loans as quickly as I can. And so you have to have a budget. If you don't have a budget and your money doesn't have assignment, then money is going to get spent. And so we have to make sure that budgeting is life. Yes, thank you, Jelly. It's a budget out 300 and let's go. Yes, Michael, I'm going to kick your butt. Can I say that live if I would tell Shawn? Of course. Hey, Taka, how are you doing? How you doing? Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary of Shop Talk Live. I am so blessed that I was a part of that 1 year, the first year, and I wish you many, many more on Shop Talk Live. You guys are rocking it. And so we're talking today about 6, I said 3 things, but 6 things you must do after a financial setback. We all had some financial setback. Maybe, unexpected expense came up. Maybe just your money was funny, right? And life happens, my life happens. You could ride down the street and get a blown out tire, or you could be driving your car and the transmission comes out. And so how do you recover from a financial setback? We talk about 1, give yourself some financial grace. Maybe you done had some financial mistakes. You mismanaged your money. You thought you invested in the right deal and it wasn't the right deal. Maybe you started up a business and the business wasn't successful and you had to close it. That was me. My first brick and mortar business was a beauty hair supply store. A lot of people don't know. You can Google Juan's Beauty and Hair Supply Store. I had it in 2008 and had to close it. 2007, I had to close it the first of 2009. And then number 2, go back and find your money. Go back and find your money. Where did your money go? Pull those past bank statements. Look at those receipts. Receipts do not lie. Number 3, look in your closet. If you got those tags on there, you still got clothes with price tags on it, that's money that you could have used to put towards your savings so you can pay off debt. Number 3, learn from your past mistake. Quit trying to be everybody's God. Quit loaning money that you need for your household. I'm talking about loaning to your friends or in your family, even if you're adult kids. If you got adult kids, sometimes we have to let them fly, right? And I have a 26-year-old millennial, and sometimes he don't ever ask me, but I feel like if I see something in his, that he needs, I try to go ahead and buy it. But I have to learn that he's a man and he's grown. I'm here when he do come and when he really do needs help and he comes to me. Number 4 is put a goal plan or a plan in place, a game plan in place where you want to be in the next 3 or 5 years. And then number 5, attach a dollar amount to it. If you were trying to move, to another state, how much would it cost you to move to another state? We have to put a dollar amount to it. And number 6, then you have to budget like your life depended on it. And when I say budget, people say they don't like budgeting. And I always say that I'm tight with my budget a little bit, but I also make sure I have some pen station in there because I don't want to get budgeting and feel like I'm deprived. But sometimes you have to give up the good in order to have the great. So that means if I'm trying to pay off the student loans, maybe I'm not going to eat out Penn Station 4 times a month. Maybe I scale back to 1. But I'm definitely going to keep the end in mind. I'm working the end in mind because the things that I need to do is I need to make sure that I got that debt monkey off my back. And so I would never hear denied. I would never hear no. And then when the opportunity comes, right, we're always talking about the opportunity. I don't have to wait to go get my credit fixed. I have an 800 credit score. I don't have to worry the amount if I need a down deposit or a down payment on this next deal. I have a savings I can go to. I don't have to wait. And this is why I come to you guys, Liveify with Shawn, to make sure that you really thinking about your money. Like, we can't spend every dollar we have in our pocket. Sometimes we have that YOLO mentality. You only live once. But you know what? What if you live tomorrow and that opportunity comes and you don't have any money? What if your opportunity comes next week and you don't have that opportunity? And I was just recently talking to somebody last month, and we sat down there and I was talking about I wanted to look at some investment properties. I'm looking at some investment property, and he was just saying about the earnest money. He said, a big fish like me, if you put at least $2,000 down on earnest money, I'm going to come back with $10,000. I'm going to come back to $15,000. I'm going to eat you up. And I was like, he was telling me how the game was played because I'm looking at some investment property, but he was just saying, you need to get your money up. That's what he said. He needs to get your money up. And he said, you need to be having access and have access to capital. No longer can we play small in this world. It's about to be 2018. We still can make a difference in 2017. We still got November the 17th to make sure that we change our mindset so we can get our money right. And you don't have to make a lot of money to be a better steward over your finances. How about broke low? That ain't cute. Even the wealthy don't YOLO all the time. It has to make sense. Yes, they do. And I tell you, I was at FinCon this weekend, and if y'all seen what's on your news feed, yeah, I did flood y'all news feed, and I thank you guys for not unfollowing me or unfriend me. But if y'all did, y'all have been missing all this Live at 5, right? But I'm telling you, I was sitting next to people that was millionaires that was just so common like me. And you tell me they were so humble to share their experience, their knowledge, their expertise and things like that. And my friend was like, hey, they're worth $1 million. They're on a third million that I had no idea because they were so humble. And so I'm making sure I rub elbows. Not that I want everything. I just wanted to rub off on me. But we can have that life. It's not for people who don't look like me. Look like me or don't look like me or whatever. But we all have the same, like they say, we all have the same 24 hours. But we don't all have the same right mindset. And so we have to change our mindset to get our finances in order and pop bottles later, but get your money now. I'm going to say that again. That's tweetable. Pop bottles later, but get your money right now, because we still got November. We still got December, and November is coming. I hope you guys have your budget. If y'all don't have your budget ready and you don't know how to start budgeting, you can go to bit.ly/chat with Shawn. We can get you on a call and get your budget right. It's not free because I run a business. but I can help you get in the right direction. So in 2000, you don't have to wait till 2018. You don't have to wait till you make your vision board. You don't have to wait till New Year's Eve, and so the pastor speak to you and give you a New Year's resolution. You can start today. This is October the 30th, 2017. You can start today, but we have to change our mindset to make sure that we get our money up, because it's some opportunities is going to be presented to you, and I want you to be ready. I want you to be ready. I don't want you to say, "Oh, let me think about it. Let me come back with you." But when the opportunity knocks, I want you to walk through the door. And so those who just tuning in, my name is Delshawn Hayes, your personal financial coach, and I come 5 at Live with Delshawn Monday through Fridays and give you ways to improve your money management skills in a way that you can get that debt monkey off your back, so you can begin to live the life that you always dreamed of. I said 3 things in the topic, but it's really 6 things. Number 1, give yourself some financial grace. I'm going to keep on saying that. That is the most important. You have to get yourself financial grace month to month to month to month, because you might have a setback in October, but you could have a better comeback in November. 2, go back and find your money. When you go back and find your money and you see where your money went, that is a strategy that you can use for you, that you don't make the same mistake twice. 3, learn from your mistakes. You learn from your mistake. Quit giving away your money. Quit giving it away so freely, right? Number 4, put a goal plan in place, or game plan in place. Number 5, attach a dollar amount to it. And 6, budgeting is so key to anything. So important. If your city, state, and government has a budget, your school has a budget, your church has a budget, your job, your employer has a budget, why don't you have a budget for your household? It must be important. You are the CFO, the chief financial officer of your household, and we have to make sure that we protect our finances like we protect our cell phones. Yes, your cell phone, you put a screen protector on it, you lock it up, you don't let nobody touch it. That's the same way that we have to protect our money. We no longer can give it out so freely. And so you guys, I hope this was helpful. I don't have to be long to give it to you strong. I'm only like a 25-30 minute liver, but definitely, you guys, if you thought this was helpful, go ahead and share this out. We already know somebody that we know has got financial problems. The most thing I seen for myself, it was me, that I was suffering financially in silence. Didn't nobody know that I was living a paycheck to paycheck. People didn't know that I was going to the cash check, the advanced cash place, or payroll cash place, right? Yeah, that's what it was. People didn't know about that. I look good on the outside, because you can dress up a financial mess. And so share this out on your page. Invite somebody. I always thank you. Share this out with somebody. Well, you probably have that church member. I was that church member. You probably have a cousin, a friend, somebody, that you rode with that always asking you for $1, right? Asking you for something, or they're always saying, "I can't go because my money's not right." Share this out on that page. And if you're a person that said, "Hey, Delshawn, I have this. I just need some encouragement. I need some accountability," then go ahead over and get signed up to my accountability, Money Control 2.0 accountability group, where we really support you and we give you the answers and we give you the tips to help you with your financial journey. Like I said, debt was never meant to be our lifetime partner. And so you can join the group. It is bit.ly/no more money problems, and it's less than $1 a day. It's only $19.99 a month. That's less than $1 a day to join that group and start your November out fresh. So you guys, again, I hope you have your November budget completed, right? I hope you have your November budget completed, because we're always about being proactive. So it's a lot of things going on in November, and I want you to spend your money wisely. Spend your money wisely, and ask yourself this question: if I spend this on this, is it going to get me any closer to reaching my financial goals? And sometimes you have to give up the good in order to get the great. So you guys, number 1, again, if you need help with budgeting and you need to get on the phone and you need the access to me one-on-one, go to bit.ly/chat with Delshawn. If you just need some encouragement, some support, and things like that, then you need to join my Money Control 2.0 accountability group. It is $19.99 a month. That's less than $1 a day. You can go to bit.ly/no more money problem. So thank you again. Thank you, Angelica. Thank you. Heart. Let me know when you go live so I can be your subscriber. And so I'm going to get some for this voice. FinCon was awesome. There were so many wonderful, awesome people that I connected to. I'm just still full from over the weekend, just being exposed to that. It was my first year going, and that was year 7 for them, but it was my first year going, and I'm so excited. The author gave me this book, The Kick-Ass Single Mom. And we're going to partnership together. Not partnership. We're going to do something together. I can't wait to finish reading this. And I'm going to bring this out to you guys and let you know how it is. I'm already into introduction. And it's always, it's good so far. So you guys, I will see you tomorrow live at 5. Angelica, if I see another turtleneck, I send it to you. All you have to do is DM me your address. I can always give you some. I got plenty. Hey, Mr. Dwight, how are you doing? So you have to watch the replay. And so those who's watching the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay so I know you're watching the replay. And don't forget, sharing is caring. I'll see you back tomorrow, 5 Alive with Shawn. I got to get this voice together. Talk to you guys later. Bye.